Love books? So do we. Welcome to the Book Nook Cafe, where we uncover the latest must-reads, hidden gems, and everything in between. I'm Greg.
And I'm Anne. We're coming to you straight from the cozy corners of the Book Nook Cafe, where the coffee is hot, the shelves are packed, and great conversations are always brewing.
If it's trending on the New York Times bestseller list, you'll hear about it here. So grab your favorite drink, settle in, and let's turn the page together.
Hey there, book lovers. Welcome back. So glad you're tuning in.
Hey everyone. Can't wait to dive into today's episode. How's it going?
Not too bad. I've been absolutely dying to chat about this book.
Same here. It's been on my mind all week.
You know, I couldn't put it down. It's like it just grabbed me from the first page.
Right? I thought I'd read a couple of chapters before bed, but next thing I knew, it's the crack of dawn.
Been there. Isn't it wild how some books just do that to you?
Totally. So for those listening in, we're talking about Freida McFadden's latest thriller, The Boyfriend, and let me tell you, it's a roller coaster.
Oh, absolutely. So many twists and turns. Where do we even begin?
Well, let's start with the basics. The story follows Abby, who's an ICU nurse, and she meets Caleb, this seemingly perfect guy.
Yeah, and as their relationship goes deeper, she starts to feel that something's just not right.
Exactly. It's that classic case of too good to be true, you know?
Uh-huh.
And McFadden is just a master at planting those subtle hints that make you second guess everything.
I know. I found myself analyzing every little detail, trying to predict what was coming next.
Me too. But honestly, did you get the feeling that some of the hints were a bit obvious?
Really? You thought so?
Well, there were moments when I was like, come on, Abby, how are you not seeing this?
Interesting. Maybe that's intentional, though, to show her vulnerability?
Possibly. She's smart and capable at work, but in her personal life, she's got her guard down.
Right. And that's pretty relatable, isn't it? I mean, who hasn't overlooked red flags when emotions are involved?
True, love can make us do silly things.
Tell me about it. So, what did you think of Caleb as a character?
Caleb, oh man, he gave me chills.
Same here. He was so charming, but there was always that unsettling vibe.
Exactly. It's like he's wearing a mask and you just want to see what's underneath.
Yes. And the way he manipulates situations, so unsettling. But do you think we got enough of his backstory?
Now that you mention it, maybe not. I would have loved to know more about what makes him tick.
Me too. Some deeper insight into his psyche would have been fascinating.
Absolutely. Although maybe leaving some things mysterious adds to the allure.
That's a fair point. Keeps us guessing, right?
Definitely.
You know, I was actually reading an article about how mystery novels benefit from leaving certain elements ambiguous.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was saying that when authors don't spell everything out, it engages the reader's imagination more.
Oh, wow. That makes sense.
Right? So maybe McFadden was tapping into that.
Could be. It's a clever technique.
Indeed.
Now, how did you feel about the pacing of the book?
I thought it was relentless. In a good way.
Yeah, the short chapters made it so easy to keep going.
Absolutely. Each one ending with a little cliffhanger.
Right, she really knows how to hook you.
But sometimes I wondered if the fast pace sacrificed a bit of character development.
I can see that. You wanted to spend more time in their heads.
Exactly, especially with Abby, to understand her thought process more deeply. I mean, there were moments I was like, why is she making this choice?
Right, a bit more insight would have been helpful.
Exactly.
But on the flip side, the brisk pace keeps the suspense high.
True. It's a bit of a trade-off.
Speaking of suspense, those twists.
Oh my gosh, yes. Some of them totally blindsided me.
Really? I managed to see a couple coming.
Look at you, detective. I guess I've got to sharpen my skills.
Haha, or maybe I've just read too many thrillers.
Could be.
But that big reveal near the end? Didn't see that one at all.
Yeah, that was a jaw-dropper.
I literally gasped. My cat gave me the weirdest look.
It's been a while since a book had that effect on me.
Same here.
It's always fun when a story can genuinely surprise you.
Absolutely.
You know, it made me want to reread the book to catch all the clues I missed.
Oh, good point. I bet there are little hints sprinkled throughout.
Exactly. McFadden is sneaky like that.
Indeed.
So, were you satisfied with the ending?
In most ways, yes. But I was left with a few lingering questions.
Like what?
Well, Without spoiling too much, I wanted to know what happens next, you know?
Ah, you were craving an epilogue?
Exactly, just a little glimpse into the aftermath.
I can understand that. But maybe leaving it open-ended keeps it haunting.
True, it definitely stayed with me.
You know, I kind of like when books leave me pondering after I've finished them. It means they've made an impact.
Absolutely.
So, how does The Boyfriend compare to other thrillers you've read recently?
It's up there. It reminded me a bit of Gone Girl with the unreliable narratives.
I was thinking the same, and maybe a touch of The Girl on the Train.
Yes, that psychological tension.
McFadden really has a knack for that.
She does. Her writing style is so engaging.
Agreed. Though sometimes I wished for a bit more complexity in the prose.
Interesting. I actually appreciated the straightforward style, kept the focus on the plot.
That's fair. Different styles resonate with different readers.
For sure.
What did you think about the supporting characters?
Like Abby's friend Melissa?
Yeah, I felt she added a nice contrast.
Definitely. She was the voice of reason.
But I wished she had a bigger role, you know?
Same here. I think exploring their friendship more would have added depth.
Totally agree. It's always great when side characters are fully fleshed out.
Absolutely. It gives the story more layers.
You know, I was curious about Abby's family, too.
Oh, good point. They weren't really mentioned, were they?
Not much. It would have been interesting to see how her background influenced her choices.
That could have added another dimension.
Definitely.
You know, speaking of layers, the themes of trust and perception were really interesting.
Oh, absolutely. It makes you think about how well you can really know someone.
Exactly, and how our own desires can cloud our judgment.
Right.
It's kind of scary when you think about it.
It is. Makes you second guess those seemingly perfect situations.
Right? It's like, what's the catch?
Exactly.
Any critiques overall?
Aside from wanting more character depth here and there, not really.
Same. It was a solid read.
Would you recommend it?
Definitely. Especially for fans of psychological thrillers.
Agreed. It's a page turner.
You know, I was thinking this would make a great movie.
Oh, absolutely. The suspense and twists would translate well to the screen. Maybe we'll see it adapted one day.
Fingers crossed.
By the way, did you notice the cover art?
Oh, yes. So striking.
I know, right? It immediately caught my eye.
Minimalist, but so effective.
Absolutely. It sets the mood before you even open the book.
Totally. Sometimes you can judge a book by its cover.
Sometimes.
Well, any final thoughts?
It's just that I'm excited to see what McFadden writes next.
Me too. She's definitely on my radar now.
Hey, speaking of next reads, what should we tackle next?
I was thinking about The Shadow House by Anna Downs.
Ooh, that one's been on my list.
Perfect. Should make for a great discussion.
Can't wait.
Same here.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
We always love chatting with you guys.
Let us know your thoughts on The Boyfriend.
Yeah, did you see the twists coming? We'd love to hear.
Reach out on social media or drop us a line.
And don't forget to subscribe for more book chats.
Until next time, happy reading. Well, that's a wrap for this episode of From the Book Nook.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends.
If you're interested, our channel description contains links to the beverages we are drinking and some Book Lovers merchandise.
We love having you here. Bye for now.
See you next time.